Let's make a new circle. Go to Layer, New, Shape Layer. Click on the layer and press Return to rename it. With the Ellipse Shape Builder tool selected, click and drag while holding down Shift in the Composition Preview window to create a circle with equal height and width dimensions. Let's make this a red circle by using the Color Picker window, clicking on the Fill Color box at the top of the After Effects screen. Center the anchor point in the shape by right-clicking on the shape and selecting Transform, Center Anchor Point in Layer Content. I am going to center my circle using the Align menu. Let's move it from left to right again. Make two keyframes a few seconds apart at different positions. Okay, so looking at my animation, it seems a little stiff, robotic. That is because the circle is moving at its top speed for the entire movement. This is unrealistic. If you think about the fastest sprinters in the world, even they need some time to get up to their top speed. It's physically impossible to reach your top speed immediately. It's physics. Even machines need some time. Cars need time to get from 0 to 60 miles per hour. Likewise, our circle just stops. It would be like a sprinter or a car going from top speed to perfectly still immediately. Everything in the real world needs time to slow down. Often, in animation, this ramping up and ramping down of speed is exaggerated to make characters and abstract objects more lifelike. The principle is called slow in, slow out. Right now, my keyframes are linear, and linear keyframes move at a constant speed, a constant rate of motion. I can tell my keyframes are linear because they are diamond-shaped, but you can change this. You can make this ramping up and ramping down of speed, the slow in, slow out principle, with Bezier keyframes. First, select the keyframes you want to convert. You can select keyframes several ways. You can draw a box and select multiple keyframes, or you can select individual keyframes, or you can click on the property line in the Layer menu. This will select all of the keyframes on that line. To make a Bezier keyframe, right-click on the keyframe and select Keyframe Assistant, Easy Ease. The shape of the keyframes in the timeline is now an hourglass shape, meaning they are Bezier keyframes. Press the spacebar to preview. Now you can see there is a ramping up and a ramping down of the speed of the circle. I can exaggerate this slow in, slow out ramping of speed even more. Click on the Graph Editor icon in the Composition timeline. This converts the keyframe view to a graph view. In the graph view, time is still represented left to right. However, the rate of motion is represented here in its height. So, in the flattest parts of the curve, the slower the speed. In the steeper parts of the curve, the faster the speed. You can see the curve starts low and gradually builds in speed before tapering off. We can adjust this curve with Bezier handles. Click on the Start keyframe to bring up the yellow Bezier handles. If you don't see anything at all in this graph view, make sure that you have the Position property line selected. Then click on the View icon and select Speed Graph. This will enable us to edit just the speed or rate of motion. Drag the handle of the first keyframe into the middle. Drag the handle of the end keyframe towards the middle. Now you have a very gradual build-up in speed and a very gradual slowing down. Press the spacebar to preview. Now that is some exaggerated slow in, slow out. But it adds character to that little circle, doesn't it?